everyone. I think as well, I have managed to finally sort my volume out. I think we'll see. Good afternoon, everyone. How are you all doing? Hello, and thank you so much, Scott Cullen. That was so sweet. Hiya, everyone. Hi, Shannon. Hiya, Vicky, Mum, Pat, April, Lulu. Who have we got here? Lozzie. Vicky. Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. I hope you're all doing well. I'm feeling a lot better. I'm still not out of the bad zone, but I'm a bit better. Hiya, Linda. Hi, everyone. So as you saw at the beginning, we do have the Woodland. Yay! The Woodland Wonders, and it is a streamathon. Now, it is coming up this weekend. However, I did ask Vicky, because knowing me, I will not get there in time, and I'll be still there like a month's time if I don't start a bit early. So I said, hey, lovely, can I start this a little bit earlier? So hi, you guys. Hi, Rochelle and Daniela and Louise and everyone coming on in. So I thank you, Shannon. I was just going to get that. So the spreadsheet is in the chat. It is also in the description. So what I'm wanting to do, I chose this one out of Fairytopia, which I will do a flip through of in a minute. It has got an owl, and I thought it was very appropriate. We're going to start with the background. I know, I must not be well. Everyone asks me about backgrounds. I hate backgrounds. I hate them. However, I want to start with it, and what I'm going to do is focus on browns and a hint of yellows and goldens in the background. Then I'm going to do her predominantly with greens, like the theme of, you know, all this woodland feel, and then we're also going to focus on our lovely owl. But today I'm going to see how we get on with the background. First, we're going to be using the pans for the background. We're also going to be using a stencil, and we're going to just slowly go with it. I'm not going to rush this, as now I have an extra stream. Hi, Gary. Hi, Kenny. And Kenny, happy belated birthday for the 12th, honey. Hi, Ray. Hi, sis. Yeah, I've really not done much over the last few days. I have been doing a diamond painting, and I'm nearly done with that so that I can start the Alina one, and I am filming that. I have started that. I've got 2 on the go, which is like, I don't have 2. Hi, Charlotte. Hi, Pickle and Pat and everyone that's coming. A big welcome. Hiya. Yeah, I'm not a background woman. You know that by now. I have, you've been with me for a long time, most of you. And to those of you that are new, hi, welcome to the channel. Thank you for joining this crazy train of me. Hi, you rebel. So, yay to the crazy train of Sam. So what I'm going to do today is the background predominantly, but I will flick through. Yeah, oh, thank you so much, Scott Cullen. Is this your name, your husband's name? And just sometimes I don't know. Sometimes people use their like sons, husbands, or whatever names, and I never quite know. So if this is your name, great, I'll remember it. But thank you so much for that. That was so very sweet. And as I said, you should have a higher volume. I turned the decibels up. I figured it out. So you should have a nice loud volume. But yes, if you have been with me for a long time, and I know quite a few of you have, you know that I do not like my backgrounds. They scare me. They make me feel an edge. I don't like them. But that's not to say that sometimes they don't come out okay. They do sometimes. Okay, Scott, thank you so much. That is so sweet of you. Okay, just want to show you also, those of you that do also want to join in with the colouring challenge, this is in the description below. And I have been making some progress, So I have actually ticked off the 2nd and 3rd, which is colour a page with no shading. That killed me. April, I'm sorry. Well, hopefully we'll cheer you up. Hi, Robin. And if you want to message me on Instagram, hun, then feel free to. But you're in the right place with friends. Hopefully I can bring a smile to your face today. And I did a colour by number page, which is easy. I'm doing a colour a wild animal, so I'm going to tick that off because ours are wild, so we're going to do that. And I've also done colour a page by an artist beginning with the letter M, which was a Mariola. And I'm doing a colour a page with blooms and flowers. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? That's okay. Hi, Jamie. I am actually doing it. Hold on, let me show you. You'll be proud. And this also comes under colour a page or colour something from an abandoned book. This is an abandoned book. So it's Floribunda, and I am doing this one. And I am enjoying it. So I started off with the alliums and the peonies, and then I'm going down to the, I think they're called Peruvian lilies, these ones. So I'm starting them. I need to deepen up a little bit, but I'm quite happy with the colour choices so far. I really liked these deep purples and these lovely pinks, and I thought, why not make it quite girly? So I am doing a Floribunda. Yes, Shannon. And I also did, so if you want to go on to, if you wanted something Eastery, you know, we did this lovely lady. Well, this lovely lady is in Roz Mama. Okay, I call her Roz Mama. This is in Roz Mama's Etsy shop, and it is super cheap. And I actually did this with Copics, as you can see, barring the hair and skin. Everything else was completely Copics, and I had a whale of a time that day. So that's also available, and that's something I have done, and that only took me it didn't take me long. It took a day which is good for me. Okay, so let me walk you through the Fairytopia, and then we will start this. So yeah, I am doing a few. I am getting there. I'm ticking off. So if you want to join in, thank you so much, honeys. If you want to join in on this is free and available to everyone. It was just something, and it's coming at a good time. I did not do this with Corona in mind, but Corona came, and we've got that to get stuck into. Thank you. Right, okay, so we have Fairytopia, and this is Mystic Art, one of her new ones. Let me just slide her in there. We're gonna, do you know what, let me put her at the back. Good morning everyone. Good morning, Katrina, and who else we've got coming in? Jacqueline, and everyone else that's joined us. As I said, yes, bless her. It was Kenny's birthday on the 12th, and I didn't get to say happy birthday. I did in a private message, but not out loud, so that's why I had to say it again. Sorry, Kenny, I know you do not like attention, but it's a birthday, it's different. I know. You can tell me later that you don't like it. Okay, and those of you that are April babies as well, woohoo, join the club. Okay, so this is the new one from Mystic Art Mirrors. She has also released this now as a colouring book, physical one, but because of the shipping, I do say to people, if you can go digi for now. I think most of the things need to be utilised for essential stuff. If you can get it in a digital copy, then do. So we go on to the main page, and you can colour all of this more or less. So one of them I did mess up, and I did it on the reverse side by accident. So one of them is like a double-sided page, but I'll just reprint that one. And you'll see which one it's next. And I was like, oh dear. Oh dear. Hello everyone coming on in. Hi Tammy. Okay, so this one I double-sided by accident. So if, you know. Hey, Monica. Good morning, everyone. Well, most of you it's morning. Good afternoon to those of you in the UK like me, and good evening to those of you that will be a little bit ahead of me. But it is such a beautiful book. And as I said, I think it's just been released as a physical book, but it is, you're going to have to wait a long time for that. So I would say just get the digital. It's straight into your inbox and you can download and print. And for those of you that are asking, I do print mine on a 160 gram cardstock matte. It's smooth, but it grabs the pencil really well. It's beautiful. And what I love about this one is it seems to me a little bit more detailed to some of the others, meaning a lot of the others is quite facial. This one's got more of the bodies, and I just think it's got a little bit more to colour, which I really like. And it's got eyes. I have to point it out. Most of them have the eyes. The rest of them have no eyes, especially the Galaxy girls, you know. So, yeah, he's got eyes. I'm happy. Kenny, are you happy? We've got eyes. I know a lot of us had issues with the no eyes. The no eyes were scary. So, yeah, absolutely beautiful book. And it was immediately printed. And we're going to do the owl today. We're going to just start on the background. Hopefully we'll get the background done. With pastels, it's not going to be too hard. We're going to do similar to what I did with the Laura Rafferty, which I'll show you. I've got Laura's page ready. So, you know, whoopsie, you know, I did like a very soft, it's not as dark on the screen. I need to just get the true colour of this. Hold on. Well, what's going to be as close as I'm going to get, I think. Maybe there. Okay, so you know I did like this coming out and through the wings, and we did a few bokeh bits. I think I'm going to go with that. So, yeah, something very similar to my Laura one, and which I love. And when we finally get back to, you know, being able to mail stuff out, that will also go to a house. So, yeah, I really want to do that with this one, but I want to do browns and do it quite sepia toned. Oh, thank you. Yeah, I enjoyed that one so much. That was for the fairy event, and it's still on Laura's store. So you can still grab these. You can still grab all these. And good things with PDFs, they're not going anywhere. And you can reprint them. Good morning, Cindy. Hi, everyone coming on in. So this is a super beautiful book. And as I said, we have eyes, which is a plus. Hold on. There we go. I love this. Look at her little dreads. Those dreads are just so cute. I love the dreads. They just need to be like a dark red to me. I could just see her with dark red dreads. Love it. 160 gram, Robin. So I think it amounts to what you would get in the Nina Classic in the US, I believe. If there's anyone in the US that has a similar cardstock to what I use with the 160 gram, you do it in pounds, I believe. So just convert it on Google and put, you know, pounds, what the 160 is in pounds, and you can find that in a cardstock. And then we go to the one that we are doing today. So I'm just gonna leave that on the table. Let's put it back in here actually. Oh, that was sweet. Chocolate's always a good thing, Lozzie. I have been craving something sweet, and yeah, it would be like heaven right now. Okay, so I'm going to bring you down a little, and as I said, this is going to be the start of, and I'll take you to the scene. So you're going to lose me for a minute. You will get some music, so if it goes really high, just turn your volume down for a minute. But this is the Woodland Wonder Streamathon that is coming up this weekend. So you're going to lose me for a second now, and you're going to see what this is linked in with. find you back with me again. So it is to do with the Woodland Wonders colouring streamathon, which is on the 17th to 19th of this month, so this weekend coming. Oh yes, you just reminded me. So this came this morning. The new Colouring Heaven. So if you are in the US, I know it takes a little bit of time to get to you, but remember I showed you on my PDF streamathon thing we did. Hi Suze, how are you feeling? Are you feeling better? Has your temperature gone down? This is Jash Lee, and I introduced some of you who had never heard of Jash a couple of weeks ago. And funnily enough, this issue, which is issue 61, is Fantasy Princesses, and it's got 12 exclusive new designs. So I don't know if any of you have seen it, but it is the Fantasy Princesses book that I showed you, plus 12 new designs. Like this one, I've never seen the Techno Princess. I didn't see the Sweet Princess. So you've got a couple of new ones in there. This one's definitely in there, as is a good amount. And that one I've already got printed out. So yeah, I showed you this artist. Some of you had never heard of Jash Lee, and lo and behold, the newest edition or newest issue is Jash Lee, and I was like, oh, this looks super cool. And I really, okay, Christiane, I really like the fact that they do bring new artists to the table, and not everyone had heard of Jash. So really, really excited for this issue. I think it's such a nice one. Hello, Debbie. So yeah, definitely a good addition, and I'm really happy that they have done Jash. Even though I do have the majority, it doesn't matter to me. I really do like the fact that they put in new to you artists that not everyone has heard of, you know, really, really nice. So this is the latest edition. If you've not got this, as I said, in the US, I think you're about 4 weeks behind, 3 weeks behind. It is on its way to you. If you don't subscribe and this is an issue that you wanted, then it might appeal. Now we will get there. So yeah, what we're doing today is the background of this beauty. Now, I have got my swatch chart thingy. Yeah, it's lovely, isn't it? I like it as well. So the kind of colours that I'm thinking about, even though it says Dirayl.Yellow Ex.Dark, it's more bordering like that sepia brown. So like even the orange Ex.Dark is bordering that as well. So I'm going to go for those types of colours, and the browns that I might bring in is going to be like a burnt sienna shade and a burnt sienna, just the colour as it is, the pure colour. Hi Kelly. It came this morning, Mum. It came this morning. So I think I'm going to pick out a couple of the brown tones. So we're going to get these out. We might not use them all, but we might, incorporate them. What I will do as well is just add a couple of the bokeh bits in there as well. I got paint on me and I only realised, look, I was like, no, why does that happen? Never mind. So yeah, I'm definitely going to do this and this incorporated, and I'm going to grab the Dirayl Ex.Dark and the orange Ex.Dark, maybe the yellow ochre shade. See, these are more bordering, I don't know if you can see, but they're more bordering brown than yellows and oranges, so that's, perfect for this. And I might bring in a tint of the red iron oxide as well, but we'll start off, and then what I want to do is kind of like incorporate in and bring some out, like if you had it going whoosh. And what you can do with a ruler as well, and I'll show you as we do it, you start off light and add and layer up. You can go in and kind of add, like if you were to add sun rays coming in, but you're doing it with colour, and you can build and build on that. And we've got our tools there, so yeah, it'd be fun. So let's get our shades that we need. So how are you all, and what have you been doing to keep yourselves occupied? Have you been doing much? much. Have you been enjoying some hobbies? Are you still in that stage of can't concentrate? Because I'm finding that a lot of the time. Ooh, okay. So we have red iron shade, so it's this one. So if you turn your pan pastels upside down in the trays, it's the easiest way. So they come in the tray like that. Just turn it upside down and locate where your shades are that you need them. So straight away I can see on here, red iron shade is here. So we're going to turn it and grab that. And you can stack them as well. And then just keep doing that pattern. Hiya, Michelle. Hiya, Tara. So also we need burnt sienna, which is there. So we're going to turn it and grab that. Hi, Chip. Hi, Chip. And then we don't need raw umber. That's a bit too of like a dark brown. I'm not into that one. Oh, Lozzie, I never knew you had a temperature, honey. Just stay at home. And I hope that you are okay, because I know you have to work in this. So hopefully you'll have us to keep you occupied. Yeah, Lozzie is a supermarket worker, bless her, keeping us in supply of food. She's a key worker, and Sue's also is a key worker working in healthcare, and she also had a temperature, so we've got to look after them. Okay, so then we need let's get our Dirayl orange shade is one, which is our orange X.Dark, sorry. Orange X.Dark is somewhere. It's hiding. Oh, there it is. I see it. I see it. And then we need the other one, which I was saying was Dirayl.Yellow Ex.Dark, which I think I can see. Was that the one that I was looking at? Yep. Which is this one, which is more of a golden. And we can also bring in, if we want to add a golden tone, we can bring in a little bit of that one, but we'll leave that aside. And if we want to go a little bit darker into places, we can also bring in a little bit of raw umber, maybe. Shall we? Yes. We gotta mix it. Because that's the only way that we'll be able to get a tone that we're looking for. So let's just do it. We've got absolutely nothing to lose. Well, we do, but we can always start again. That's how I see it. Like, it doesn't matter with PDFs. We can start again. It's fine. Things won't go that bad, will they? Raw umber. Okay, let's grab them. Right, I'm out. I'm out of, like, and all the things that I need are out. Okay. So I am going to do like a sepia type of background. We'll come a bit closer. And I will start off with lighter tones. Now, you can stack these, which is, you know, just what I did for a second, but just put them out, you know, and we'll grab what we need when we need it. We don't need to use them all. I'm just grabbing them if I do. So how I'm going to approach this is not very confidently, but I'm going to do it. And at first, I am going to get one of my socks, but I'm going to turn the one that I've got on there around because there's nothing wrong with this side. The other side might have a bit of green, but you can reuse the other side before we make do with another one. Now, they do slip on like socks, and as I said, I'm not going to chuck this one just because that side's got pigment. There's absolutely no reason to, so we use the side that we need. Now, how I said that I'm going to do this is how I did it on Laura's one, which was this one. Now, I did Laura's one in greens. I don't know if you can see that. And I did it like it's coming in. So like it's coming down in like stages. So how I do that is start off really, really lightly. Hey, Emily, I hope you're doing better. I saw you're back streaming, hun. Hi, Patty. and Tracy and Becky. Hi everyone. You all snuck in. I didn't see you. I hope you're all doing well. So I'm going to approach it coming in, and I'm going to do the same with this as well, except this is a bit of a bigger. Emily, is it your birthday? Happy birthday. Oh my goodness, there's so many of you. Happy birthday. I'm like, whose birthday is it now? We've got so many in April. So I'm not going to bring this in yet, but I am going to bring a touch in just to start with. So we'll come off lightly first. And then this is the part that I never quite enjoy at first. Oh, happy birthday, Emily. I would sing to you, but my voice is absolutely horrifying. And I've managed to do the microphone louder, which means it's going to come louder down into everyone's ears, which is not advised, by the way. Okay, so what I'm going to do first before I start off on my illustration is just see on a piece of paper if that's the tone I'm looking for, which it is. It's like this earthy colour. So I'm going to start very lightly, and I'm going to bring, now don't worry if it goes on your illustration, because it's not going to be tragic. It's going to erase. So I'm just going to go lightly. Now I am not confident with them, so never follow me fully on backgrounds. If you want background people, I am not the person, but I do my own thing. So I'm going to bring some of this in first, and as I said, you can erase on the actual illustration. So yep, I'm not going to go on all of it, and I am going to bring some up, and we are going to add in other colours as we come. See what I mean? And pencils come in really nicely with this as well. She's going to be very woody. I might name her some kind of woodland fairy, although she's got the owl, so it's kind of a given, isn't it? Okay, so I'm going to come to, before I go all around the sides, come like you're doing this symmetrical. So let me bring you up. What I mean for that is it's got to be on a symmetrical level. So we'll bring it here. We'll put a dot where we're going to go with that, and then follow along, and we're going to do it into this area as well. So just, I'm kind of just making this so it doesn't all, it's got some kind of like pattern to my madness, otherwise it's just going to be a mess. So let's go for that first. And I've got Dirayl.Yellow Ex.Dark. I don't know if you can see that one. That's the one that we've got. Hello, Nana. Hiya, Heather. Hi, everyone coming on in. Welcome. It's funny because I give myself pep talks more than I talk you through stuff. That's the funniest thing about me in backgrounds. So you'll hear me talking my way through it, but I'm actually pep talking myself. So I'm just lightly applying this, and I'm barely touching it. The thing is with pans is they are so pigmented, you barely need to touch. But yeah, I talk myself through this more than I talk you through it, trust me. So I'm kind of pep talking myself at the same time. But can you see how symmetrical this is? So it's the same with coming back to the top. I'm going to just point that outwards as well. Now don't forget, her line art is very, very, very dark. So you know, like sometimes those Hannah Lynn pictures. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to come into this section here as well. Oh, that's okay. What are you felting, Heather? I'm going to call you Felt. What? Because we've got another Heather. Madam Felt, what are you felting today? Madam Felt. Hiya, Maddie. Hi, everyone. Are you all actually like into a hobby at the moment, or are you finding it very hard to concentrate? I'm reading a lot at the moment, actually. I'm going to come down here. See, this is just a starting point, which is what it's just like, yes, okay. I'm trying not to get too much pigment in the actual illustration, But if we do, it doesn't matter because we can erase. But the thing is with the dark inks is that I'm actually quite scared to erase because it does erase some of the, you know, the ink that we've got. I'm really liking this already, actually. Okay, let's put in a bit more pigment of something else. So just wipe off on a paper towel tissue. Madam Felt. We have to because we've got so many. Oh, how sweet. I love cow eye stuff. Okay. Next up, let's add a touch of a sort of burnt sienna shade is this one here. So it's got a bit more of a, I don't know. It's like a more red, but it's not quite red. Felty, Lady Felt. So this one is burnt sienna shade. Now, I kind of want the, you know, the end where it's got like a bit more of a point. So let's have a look if we've got it in our collection here. So I'm just going to rest that for a second. I've got my box of tools here. So if you have the pans, I would say grab yourself a box and put all your tools together. And it just keeps it all neat. Yes, I am looking for... Do you know what? I'm reading a book and everyone said it's going to be smutty. It's a smutty read. I've not got to the smut yet. So it's not smut. It's really not. It's by Ali Martinez. And it's not smutty. Don't believe it yet. Oh dear, I was looking at it thinking, oh, what am I going into? I don't fancy smut, but it's not. It's pretty good so far. Tell you the premise. It's a story about this guy who, when he was young, he was witness to a massacre in America. I've just put this one on, the pointy one. So it's, let me tell you what it's called. That would help. Okay. It is called, I've always got Tilly's feather. So when I lost Tilly, I put one of her feathers on my Kindle. My little girl. It is called Written with Regret. It's The Regret Duo or Duet by Ali Martinez. I don't know if you can see that one. Written with Regret. Yeah, I'm 44% of the way now. Well, anyway, this one, it's about this guy and girl, and she was young and he was a teenager, and they were in a massacre in a shopping mall. I did. It is not smutty. Happy Tuesday, Louise. Oh my gosh, Shannon. So now later on, he is now a multi-millionaire of a company called Kaleidoscope, and she was messed up and she had a one-night stand with him knowing who it was. Okay, so I'm burnt sienna shade, and he didn't know who she was, even though she was the girl that he saved all that time ago during the massacre. And everyone else was killed. Her whole family was killed. Her mum, her sister and her dad in front of her, shot dead. So then this baby turns up on his doorstep, and he now has to care for this child, and he's not the type who would commit to having a child. He is a he's a multi-millionaire. He's sort of a bit of a playboy, and having a child is the last thing that is on his mind. However, now roll on 4 years later, after the baby was left on his doorstep, he absolutely loves her. Her name's Rosalie, but now Hadley, who is the girl, has come back in his life, and she wants part of the baby's life. And he is like, no way, you abandoned her on my doorstep. There's just absolutely no way that you're being a part of her life. But something about this girl draws him in, i.e. her looks. She's like this very beautiful girl, but he also feels this strong magnetism towards her and he can't explain it. She knows that he was her savior, he doesn't, and that's where I'm at. I'm there. So we will see what happens next. Now, I'm not going to say there's not going to be smut. I think there will be. I think there'll be lots of sexy time in it. However, it's not why I wanted to read it. I wanted to read it because, one, it's a very short book. Two, it was on Kindle Unlimited, and three, the reviews for it are very high. So I was like, yes, okay, give me that time. I'm good. I've got Kindle Unlimited for free for a month. I'm all about the books that seem to do well. And it's got very high reviews, by the way. So yeah, that's where I'm at with it. Okay, so as you can see, I'm just adding in browns. And we're going to add some nice, like, sort of simple backgrounds to this. So yeah, that's where I'm at. Yay for the smart, but I actually didn't go into it with that in mind. I just went into it because it was doing well in the recommendation charts, you know. So yeah, I have not had any smut, by the way. None, not a smidge of it. So anyway, that's what I'm reading. I did read Postscript by Cecilia Ahern, who does the P.S. I Love You, and it's the sequel to P.S. I Love You. So if there's any P.S. I Love You fans like me, I did read that. However, I wasn't impressed. I must say that. I did think that it didn't add to the story. I did think that it was a little bit like, meh. You know, it's one of those, you can take it or leave it. I'm just going to wipe off a bit. I felt like P.S. I Love You wrapped up beautifully, and this didn't add anything. Don't get me wrong, I enjoyed revisiting Holly and Jerry's story, but I didn't think it added anything. I was like, Oh, that's so funny. Oh my gosh. So yes, I did enjoy that one, but not as much as I thought I would. Okay, I'm going to go to Red Iron Oxide Extra Dark. I'm just going to add a little bit in. No, it didn't. It just, yeah. It just hasn't got to that stage yet, Nana. Not at all. I'm like, where is it at? It's not here yet. But the cover would suggest it is one of those reads, you know. Anyway, it's enjoyable, put it that way, so far. And that is without it. Okay, so let's add. Now, I am going to go slightly into these wings because they are going to be a little bit transparent. And I'm going to bring in some of the golden tones after. So let's go back to our Dirayl.Yellow Ex.Dark. And let's bring a little bit of that into here as well. Don't worry about going over, you know, places. No, I didn't like Outlander. I have actually got the Outlander book, but no, I'm not that keen on it. I don't know why. No. So is anyone reading anything else at the moment? Thank you. Hi, Kirsty. But yeah, we'll get there with the background. We'll add extra bits, but I think it will be pretty cool. It will go in with the aura of the feel that I'm looking for with this. So you can sort of just blend it outwards a little bit. Oh my gosh, peoples, friends and family, have you watched The Tiger King, Carol Baskin? Oh my gosh, I enjoyed it, but I have to say I don't like the animal cruelty, you know, aspect. Let's not breeze over that. It's very cruel for the animals, but yes, Carol Baskin fed her husband to the tigers. Hey, kitty, Jesus Christ, that was a ride. But Carol Baskin, oh my gosh. Okay, we'll go back to Burnt Sienna shade. Carol Baskin. I can't stop saying that. I'm driving Andrew bonkers. I go into him in the morning. Carol Baskin. He's like, Sam, shush. I'm like, no, I can't stop it. And I'm singing the Hey Kitty Kitty song. You won't find this taste in the zoo. Oh, hey kitty kitty. Yes, I've watched it a million times. Oh, and then I was so sad to find out that wasn't his voice. I was like, no, at least I thought he could sing. Oh my God. Oh dear, they are bat crap crazy, the whole lot of them. But it was so enjoyable. I just can't with that. It's like, is that man for real? Is he real? It's just too much. Oh dearie me, I couldn't stop. We watched all of them in one go. Well, we can't at the moment. Can't go anywhere at the moment, and Andrew's on complete lockdown on the shielding program, so we're home for a while. Okay, orange extra dark. Okay, I've got to turn this. So I'm just going to go into these bits. And yeah, I did. That show was something. I think everyone's gone Tiger King mad at the moment. Okay, we don't want too much of that actually. Right, what I'm going to do now. Shannon. Is he the same? Oh my gosh. Okay, so I'm going to get my tiny little, I'm going to bring you down. I'm going to get my tiny little number 8s. And I'm going to bring in burnt sienna shade a second. And we're just going to add a touch. Let's see if that works. Yes, it will. Okay, so you can, when that's, off, just blend that out a little bit. But we're going to put like different ones of like different colors. So we'll go for number 10. And we'll use burnt sienna. I bawled my eyes out, Lozzie, at the girl who didn't give up on her brother when they said that he wouldn't communicate and she formed that group. Oh my gosh, I was blubbering because I've worked in care all my life. And I worked with autistic adults who, years ago had lived in asylum, and people gave up on them years ago. And I put in a system for them for communication. It took me 3 years, and no one stuck to it. It used to frustrate the life out of me. But you can't change everyone, and some people weren't committed to their job. And it used to frustrate me that I felt like I was on a losing battle. I even learnt Makaton at the time to try and help. But yeah, that made me bawl my eyes out, that did. Okay, so if I come up, you'll have some that will be like that. But we can erase that a little bit. Or you can dull it down. And you can dull it down by using, actually, the colourless blender. If I can, which one is it? Yeah, so if you add some of the colourless blender, which is this one, it will dull it down a little bit. Sorry if I knocked the camera. And you can just very slightly dull the edges and blend them out a bit. It does work. I didn't think it would, even though it's meant to be colourless, but it does. You can put it onto like one side of things. And same with like this side. And I'm just doing this with a Q-tip cotton bud. You can just do this all over. So we'll add a few here and there. So what I'll do at the top, I need to kind of blend that bit out. So I might do that with my finger. And this is a good thing with them, you know, you can actually just play around a little bit. And also what you can do is if you bring in your ruler and say you got a touch of one of them, you can sort of add, if it was coming in, like, you know, it needs to go a little bit more that way, doesn't it? That's okay. Hold on. So let me just grab that eraser a second. I don't like that. Let's just blend that out a bit. I love pastels for this simple reason alone. Look, it's like magic. It's just magic. Okay, let me get my Dirayl.Yellow again. Until I'm happy with it. Okay, let's put this outwards. I absolutely love the fact I can erase in a just quick manner. Oh my gosh, I love that. Okay, so what I'll do properly is get that properly, not so up. It's got to be a little bit more to the side. But again, I can fix this with like pencils, you know. Okay. And then add a little bit more of a brown. And how I'm going to do this is I'm going to do her with a lot of greens, so she's more woodland. And I'm going to do Mr. Owl brown. Okay. That's better. All right, so again, if I bring this down here, this can be a bit more symmetrical. Let's go for more of a red. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I talk about the smart? That's being locked indoors. I am so sorry. Did I start something? That needs to be not so high. Okay. Wait a minute, guys. That's better. Okay. So again, see, mistakes are not permanent, which is great. And let's go for coming out of there as well. There we go. See, it comes out. Right, I'm going to add a few more rounds. Just put one near her chest, because I can always erase as well. Let's go a little bit. I'm going to give her a bra, by the way. So I'm going to make a bra on her of some kind. I'm not going to leave her completely naked. So I don't need the stencil for a minute. Let's go with rounds, but not. Okay, I'm just gone quiet for a second. No. Oh my god, look, I should never have said about the smart. No. She's gonna have a bra. I'm gonna draw like one of those ones that, you know, with a pencil, you know, ones that sort of go round and up a little bit, like that. So she can have like a little, She's going to be green. My gosh. I started something now. Going to be starting something. Didn't I? I should have kept my mouth shut. Okay, so I'm just doing rounds. I'm not in the chat for a second, by the way. I'm just doing randoms. I haven't, Monica. I don't even know what they are. What are they? Okay. I'm quite liking it, actually. It will be pretty cool. So, very, very quickly. I did. I'm going to do her a bra so that, look, if I show you where I've put the placement of her, like how she's going to have this sort of like bra. You know what Jasmine Beckett does on her mermaids? We're going to give her that. Okay, so if I come down, we've got to work a little bit more on her background. So we'll do some like white posca, we'll do some pencil, and we'll do some bits coming like through a little bit more. But we're just putting the placement with the pans first. Oh my gosh. It's these books. What's going on? Oh dear. Oh dear. I haven't even looked up yet. I don't even want to know what's going on. I have no idea what's going on. I'm so sorry. Okay, let me think. The woodland owl. Let's have a look at owls. So I want a barn owl. The barn owl is the one that I'm looking for because they're the ones that are usually in the woods, aren't they? Barn owls. Oh, they're so beautiful. Woodland owls. Let's have the woodland owls. Image. Oh, they're so cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, we've got loads of beautiful owls here. Look at the tawny owl. I'm going to show you this one. I think we're going to go for these colours. Oh, what a beautiful, beautiful bird. We'll go for the tawny owl. That looks like a tawny owl, the one that she's done. Right, let's download the image. Yep, definitely a tawny owl. Okay, let me turn down the brightness. Okay, so this is the tawny owl, which is in the UK. I think you might have them around in other countries. But look at those colours. And he looks to me like a tawny owl. What would you say? So I think we're going to go with these browns and reddy browns. And it's got slight white grey colour. So I think we'll go for that. I'm going to give him a base we'll give him a base of pans, and then we'll move to I think we'll use, yeah, we'll get all the pans out of the way, and then we will do some pencil work. And I need to just quickly go spray this. Yeah, so we'll go for them. Oh, that is so amazing, Jamie. I absolutely love owls. I love them. Okay, so for the owl, I think we'll go for a nice light colour to start with. So we'll start with some of the, we'll put all the details in with pastels, pencils. So you got me all in a tiz. Hey, Rebecca. I know. I didn't even do anything. It's not me, Rebecca. I promise you that. It's not me. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so we've got yellow ochre shade. That is not the one I'm looking for. Dirayl.Yellow Ex.Dark. This is what I'm looking for. I might use HOLBEINS. I've not used them in so long. Sorry, I know they're expensive materials, but you'll have to just find the alternatives. Okay, so make sure I'm nice and clean. And wipe off on your towels. Now, some of these markings are lighter and some are a little darker. So we'll go on the top of the head first. We'll put all the details in with pencil. So just concentrate for a second. So we'll go with this beautiful tone there. The wings should have some coming like down. So let's go for some coming downwards here. So it's come down on this part. I need to get the other tool, I think. Yeah, let me get the other one just whilst I'm on the wings. So I'm going to get one of these little makeup-y looking ones. Don't forget we can do all our details and stuff after. So let's flip some of that gorgeous tone outwards. And the good thing is, bless Vicky for letting me start this early, because then I'll be able to finish it. I'm like, oh my lord, I'm never going to finish that in 1 2-hour stream. You must be kidding me. Well, no way, no way. So Vicky, do you mind? And what I'll do is link this video in the description of the Saturday stream. So it kicks off on Friday. I think 17th is Friday, am I right? My days are one jumbled mess at the moment. So we'll start. We'll put some into here as well. So we've got to mix in our different colours, by the way. There's so many different colours in this owl. So I'm just putting a base of the colours that, okay. Colours that I'm looking at on the picture. Okay. So the good thing is that there are lots of streams to dig into on the Streamathon. And I will play in a minute because I've got to go and get a cup of tea. Hiya, Joanne. Because I'm chatting a lot, especially to myself, you know. Okay, so the good thing is with these, you can just layer up and you can add a lot of detail on top, which is good. So this is going to be a lot of brown. She's going to be lots of greens. Up here, and her horn's going to be a lot of green. Okay, so next up, let's get a red, because the red tone is coming into it, which is the red iron oxide shade. Hello, Shell, how are you? So there is a lot of dotting and little tiny placements of the red. So we're just going to add a little bit in. As I said, the majority of the detail of the actual middle is going to be all pencils. I'm just adding a little bit of a get-go and a little bit of a head start. So this is just pans, and then we'll add the rest with all pencil, which is great. Let me look at the wings. Hi Elisa, sorry honey, I didn't see you come in. Okay, so there's a lot of red in the wings. Tawny owl wings, hold on. A lot. Is that reddy tones? Can you see that? There's lots of like reddish tones in the wings. So with that being said, let's bring in, let's try it on this bit. There's going to be a different separation from the background because the image will have a lot more detail, if that makes sense. So you can have a lot more layering and a lot more detail in the actual image. But as you know, as I said, I am not very, very confident. I say very, not at all, with backgrounds. So it's all going to be very much a learning curve for me and for you. And as I say every time, I'm not an expert. I just do this for fun. And that's what I like to do. Keep it light-hearted, keep it fun, keep it all about the community, and then we are on a good roll. We don't need to do anything else. That's the aim of the channel. But I am here for questions as well, if it's something I can help with. If not, our lovely subs know more than I do. Okay. Oh, you've been doing a lot of colouring. I'm jealous. I've got my diamond paint nearly done finally. It took me forever, this one. And I'm thoroughly enjoying that. So this is just our start. Okay, so these colours are replicant of that gorgeous owl. And let's put some in the body as well. Let's put some up here. Oh, Charlotte, I'm a beginner newbie noob. Oh, thank you, Becky. Yes, use it. Do whatever you like to, hun. I'll list the colours that I've used in my very, very newbie time of this pans. Just I class myself completely new because I am no way confident with stuff that I haven't been using for years, and I think that's the case. You know, pencils are like home, and I'm getting confident with Copics as well. But if you think about it, we pick up something that we have not ever used, and it takes a long time to finally get, I'd say, completely confident with. But you get there. Thank you so much. Yes, of course you can, April. You can get the cheapos. Look, I'll show you. You can get these on Amazon. It's called Hongsu. Can you see that? Makeup series. These are brilliant, and I use my Q-tips as well. Thank you so much. We'll get there. I'll say that with no confidence at all. Okay, Orange Extra Dark, which is like a brown. But yeah. Let's get it a little bit outwards. Now, you have got whites in this, so we've got to leave an area for, like, if we have, you know, whites and greys coming in, which is going to be quite difficult, but we'll plan them out. Okay. So I'm just going to put a light application, and then I'll grab a cup of tea whilst I let Vicky's, do you hear the music, by the way? Hey, yay. Yes, you can, April. Yep, you can. I use my soft Faber-Castell ones quite often, and yep, perfect. You can use these types with them. Oh, this part's easy because I'm not doing all the blending and the shading. Okay, what I will do as well, oops, I was knocking that, I'm sorry. They have just a few extra dark parts, which is the red iron oxide extra dark. Now, the whole point in this was to look quite wood-like and dark. Now, there's going to be a lot of greens in her, which I think will pop it off. So let's add like where the dark parts will go. Now, what I like about this is it helps us with colour placement, and you can always layer on top of these, which is perfect. Which, yeah, I really, really like. I think it's a good thing. Yeah, when I play that video, can you hear the music okay? Let's put in some extra dark parts. Right, I'm going to come down here a second, and I'm just going to bring in some dark under. These parts I'm going to highlight in white, and in her face she's going to have some brown, but she's also going to have some green, and she's going to have a lot of green in her as well, with her wings, and her horn will be gold and greens, I think. No, not at the moment. Oh, before Rebecca, I'll go spray it, and yeah, it's not a final fixative, it's a workable one, the one I've got. Well, I've got two. Spectrafix is, I think, work, but that stuff just never works for me. It's too splotchy. So I bought another one which smells, but I can go outside with that. And I do it before I add the pencils. Okay, let's add. Into his little. Okay. Otherwise I get it all over me. Oh, thanks. Yeah, well, I can't wait to start adding like proper, you know, pencils, and we'll do that in a minute, which I will look forward to. And remember, there will be white in him. So if I come up, it will sort of all blend in, and then, as I said, we're going to have a lot of green, but this will be 2 parts for sure. Because this is also my Saturday stream. So all the, you know, we'll work on her on Saturday. We'll do some of the owl and some of the background and add like some details in as well. Yes, get them out, Nana. You have no fear. Okay. There we go. Okay, so what I'll do is go spray this, make a cup of tea. I will leave you with this. Now, it might be a little bit loud. Hopefully, it'll be fine. And I'll be back in like 2 minutes. Just 2 minutes. Let me go spray it, and then we'll come back because we can start to add some details and stuff. So, see you in a minute. should be me. You've been here the whole time. Okay, I've sprayed it and Andrew's actually he's doing my tea. Bless him, I've just sprayed it. And I was also getting the HOLBEINS and the cards out. So we're going to actually try and do a little bit of colour work on it. But I'll start with the background first. And I'm going to take my time because we do have 2 streams for this now, which is good. And we can start to, you know, bring it to life. Hold on, I need that. We need that again. Righty, so if you haven't got the HOLBEINS, I think Colour with Claire has done a HOLBEIN conversion chart, I believe, to Prismas. So she's already covered you. She's already done it. So I'm going to use our HOLBEINS here, and I'm going to just go with colours that I think will really suit. What I'm going to do first, like I did in my other background on Laura's one when I did this, is I'm going to bring in like a reddy type of brown and another brown and some really nice browns and some gold. So I'm just going to bring in like a bunch and then we'll work with them. I'll go for sepia as well. These are just such yummy, yummy, yummy pencils that I hate using because I'm scared to. But now we do have singles by Jackson's Art, so I'm not as scared anymore. I used to be like, oh no, I can't use these. These are going to go too small. But actually, with you know, Jackson's Art has got us covered. So I've just pulled out a load of, so I don't have to keep going in the case. Like browns and like orangey browns and Venetian-y reds and that type of thing. So I'm going to put them at the side. I'm going to just pick out as and when I want them. I'm going to come down here first. I'm just going to work on this little bit. And we also need a posca. I think, Tammy, the thing that I read most that you write, it always makes me laugh, is that you're confused. Okay. Oh my gosh, Lossie. This lockdown's doing something to us, eh? Okay, so let's find my colours here. I can't remember which order that I did this in my chart. Just bear with me, I'll find them. Thanks. Oh, is that in the way? Where did I put that? Oh, that's there. Hold on, Andrew. Okay, thank you. Yes, you can. You can. They started doing it at Jackson's Art. Yes. Yes, 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 you can. That was like a revelation, that. When that happened, I was like, oh, you are kidding. We have finally got an answer to our prayers. Yeah, we can. I'm just trying to find where I put all like these types of colour. They're here. Okay, so I think I'll go for brick or coca. Coca, we'll go for coca first. Yep, they decided that they were going to sell them individually. So what I did on this, on my other one, is just with my pencil, is just made sure that I'm going light, I'm barely, you know, I'm not going harsh, is just adding like some lines just to kind of bring it out a little bit. And then with like some of the coca type of colours, I'm just gonna enhance. I'll bring you down a little bit so you can see a bit better. Jackson's Art Supplies, you can buy them in singles. You can buy the sets and you can buy singles now. Just saying. You're going to end up with broken wallets by the end of this stream. Okay, so I'm just putting a bit of coca. These are HOLBEINS. And I'm just going to enhance some of these. Why do I do that? I'm sorry if that It goes through loudly on your mics. Okay, again, just with the coca, so that you can see. There you go. It's in your screens. Yep. Let's bring that as like a symmetrical. So just go kind of like that upwards, and just bring a little bit of the so it's very small. You don't want to add too much. Just trying to, as I said, I have sprayed this. Do you want to see which fixative I used? So I'm just adding like a little bit of extra elements to this background. Small amount. And I'm going to do the same on this bit here. So you know where she's got a little bit coming out? So we're going to do that. Just again, I'm going to sort of tilt it a little bit and just like that. Just little amounts. And I think I'm going to do the same coming out here. Now your paper might get a little bit dirty. It's fine. You don't have to worry. You can always erase. So this will be quite woodland feeling, and remember, just it is literally just grab your eraser and anything that might be dirty, it does come off. It comes straight off. Lozzie, you're so funny and cute. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me have a sip of my tea, and then we'll start adding a little bit more of effects. We're going to bring some white in as well, which I really like. Just bear with me. Sound will go off. That was just so that you don't hear my gulping, because now I've fixed, I think, the sound. You don't want to hear gulp, gulp, gulp. That won't be very nice for you. Okay, I think I'm going to get chocolate next, which is this one. And we're going to come down on into this, I think. And we're starting to just, this is just the background at the moment. We're going to leave our owl for when we start to do all the details on the illustration. But yeah, we'll start to add details in. It's just enough, you know, just to add a little bit of something. See, if you fiddle around, I might add a little bit under here as well, just to deepen it a little bit. And any excess pigment that's on her we'll erase after. I'm not going to worry about that just for a second. As I said, it is a workable fixative, so we can get it off. If it was a final fixative, we'll find it a little bit hard, but that's okay. It's easy to go over, so yep. So if you do spray it, remember, if you've got a final fixative, erase all of those bits beforehand. If you've got a workable fixative, then don't worry about it. So we're going to do her wings. So we're just using chocolate in HOLBEINS, and all those little areas. I need to erase those, but they're so small. So the Tombow would be your, if you've got a Tombow mono eraser, or if you've got something small. Where is my Tombow? I'll find it in a minute, won't I? Won't I? If you've got a Tombow, just so you know, those bits, they need to be erased. Oh, that's okay. Okay. Right, so I'm just adding a little bit of depth. So some of that chocolate that we had, I'm just gonna add a little bit into here. I've gone quiet for a second, I'm just talking my way through it. And just try not to, you know, smudge too much, because it might end up, you know, a bit too mucky. It just makes it a little bit hard, not harder, but it makes it a little bit more annoying for you to have to keep doing when you have to come to your eraser. Like, you got too much to erase. So just try and keep it as, you know, just as tidy as possible. Okay, so we're going to go for light red next, and this is just the final one I think I'm going to use just to go next to here. And we're going to add a little bit of that red to this circle. Now, Holbeins are amazing, but they do like more expensive papers more with tooth, I'd say, as opposed to really smooth. So we can work with them on smooth, like this is smooth paper, but it does prefer the toothier paper. Hiya, Mona. Which is fine, you know, it's what they were made for, I think. Artists in mind, which is totally understandable. So I'm just going to add a little bit of the light red in between here where we've got no pigment, and just bring it out. Now the posca is going to be next on our background. And again, I'm going to be a little bit of that red into that brown. And then the posca is my next call. Let's add a little bit into here, into that chocolate that we added. Give it a bit of a nice woodland vibe. Okay, so what I'm going to do with my posca is equally add some stripes. So where I've put like down here, those ones, you can grab any ruler, just beside it, make sure you got your posca going. Get your posca going. Yeah. Okay, and I'm just gonna, just like that. So you will see them, and you know your little bokeh bits, you can just add little tiny elements of like bubbles. It gives it all a mix. And then next to those black dots that we got, we can add a few of our own, just like that. It's sort of like fairy dust. I'm going to call it woodland dust on this occasion, just like, you know, just random. I'm not sure about brands. I'll have to look that up, Robin. I've only ever used really my brand, which is non-branded, so I can't really, I'm not the best person. Where are you, Robin? Are you in the US? Is anyone in the US that uses any good card that you can advise Robin? Okay, I'm going to turn on its side for a second, and I'm just going to come in with an equal, like, symmetrical let's put some extras, and it's the same coming sort of through here. Let's put one going like sort of that way, and again round. Now we'll deal with the illustration when we come to it. We'll try and get this background kind of like on the way. Oh, I'm not sure, honey. Are you on Instagram? I'd maybe put a post up. Or do you know anyone in South Africa? I mean, it's really hard because mine, I think, just shipped to the UK, which is unfortunate, but as well understandable at this time. But I'm not sure. I wish I knew. I know Nina is just one that is pretty much most places, but I'm not entirely sure. I wish I could help on that. I have the one that I use. Unfortunately, it is in the UK. I'll have to inquire around what people use in general and get a, you know, like a sort of feel for what people are using other than the Nina. Yeah, it's a cardstock, but it depends on also what you're looking for. Just be wary also, some of the cardstocks that we have, they aren't suitable. They are very much a smooth, very slippery, and it's not very good for our pencils. And the one that I use, thankfully, is very, very, very good. And I've always praised everything about them because I've never had a problem with them. However, you have to be very careful because some of them are very slippery. It's trial and error until you find the right one, and it might be that you go through a few ugly ducklings first, but you might get there in the end. So we're just playing around to what we're happy with. So I might do that one a bit bigger. Okay, I'm quite happy with that background. So this is, don't forget, this is for all a woodland vibe. So we're going for the woodland vibes. And I'm just making sure that I'm absolutely happy with my background. I might bring a little bit of golden through there. I'm sorry if you can hear that gulping. I'll try and go away from the mic. Okay, sorry about that. Right. What did I want to do? Goldish colour. So I'm going to bring in yellow ochre, which is just here. And I'm going to leave that at the side for you. And how I'm going to apply some of that is I'm going to lay some of it down as a colour into my pans. The good thing, I don't know if anyone else feels like this, but with Mystic Art Mirrors, her art just calls for a load of colour. I don't know, just be experimental like she is with her stuff. I just feel like with her stuff, I just really want to just go out of my comfort zone. Take care, Sue. Thanks for coming. I hope you continue to get better. Yeah, her stuff just reminds me of putting down stuff on paper, and not worrying and just being experimental. And if it does not turn out amazing, then it doesn't matter. But there's no reason why it can't turn out. It's patience and time. Now, the rest of her will take me a bit longer. So that's why I would like to get the background done first, which is very unusual for me. But it's more because I wanted to start the theme on that sort of tone of woodland. And when the rest comes to life, it'll be great. I'm going to give her a sort of mossy coloured bra. I'm just going to very lightly apply a golden circle. I'm just playing around with what I'm happy with. And that's the thing as well, just get to what you're happy with. So one side's going to be a bit deeper. That's it. Right, let's start applying some details into the feathers. Right, let's have a look. So his feathers are let's have a look at my picture. Right, we've got a mixture of like coca, burnt sienna, chocolate in that, and then there's a grey white, but we've got to leave those white tones. So I'm going to just get myself a warm grey one, I think. That's okay, you don't have to be sorry. Okay, let's get these sort of on the go. Let's start off with some of the... Right, are you good in your screens? Let's start off with some feathers. So I'm going to start with the big ones, and I think I'm going to come in first off with the coca. If you hear Chip barking in a minute, it's because next door's dog's barking. Burnt sienna. Where are you? Where art thou? You're hiding from me, I think. There we are. Okay, which is the perfect colour to the one that I'm looking at the moment. Okay, so burnt sienna, we're going to come in very lightly to start with. So I'm just going to build on this now. And I might have to layer up a few, but that's okay. It's the same when I bring some of the colour light down as well. Now there's red tones, but there's brown tones in the same feathers and white and golden. So it's difficult to kind of keep up with what's in this. So we're going to just mix about a bit until we get the colour right. It doesn't have to be spot on, it's just got to be something that I'm happy with, and that's the key. It doesn't have to replicate a tawny owl that you see in the woods. It's just got to replicate something that you're happy with and it looks more realistic to you. You can do it that it's not. This is just how I'm sort of looking at it. Now there are some white areas, so what I'll do with that, thank you Kelly, so sweet. I'm going to come to my grey, which is warm grey 1, and I'm just going to place in, I might need some buff titanium, but with the warm grey 1, let's let it focus, there we go, is I'm going to just plan out where I want my white to go. So I'm just going to end where that colour is and allow there to be white areas. What you also could do is grab your eraser if you've not left any white and just reapply some white like that. Just reapply it, and that's the good thing with pastels. And I think if you're going to work with just pastels, you can get both fixatives. If you're going to work with pastels, I think you need a workable fixative so that you can just work on top with pencils. And as I said, as you can see, I'm going to leave white areas. It's supposed to be white. Sorry about knocking the camera. It's supposed to be white, so you can leave it. We can use our soft white last, not until last though. Okay, we need our chocolate. Have you got any plans, obviously at home, for this week? Have you got anything that you wanted to do this week? Any plans that you know, because your partners are home and you want to get them to do stuff that they haven't been able to do because, let's face it, they're usually at work, but you want to get them doing because they're home and make use of them. Or if you've got any odd jobs that you can finally rota down. I find that a lot of us are putting those odd jobs that where the partners are home on the thing, the like rotas or your planners or stuff that you want to get done, and that's totally okay. Decorating or spring cleaning a kitchen or doing the ovens or something that you usually need help with, but because they're usually working, you don't always get the opportunity. So now's the time. Dig that stuff out of that mind, put it down on paper and get them to do it. Okay, so I'm just working slowly and building up some colour. I'm going to bring some of that down to here as well. So we'll start to allow... Now if you don't like these black lines, you can use white and then put some colour on them, or you can follow like the colours of the owl. If you had a brown, we could use a brown. You can use paint to get rid of those lines. It's entirely up to you. You can colour match. Hey, Ellie, that's okay, you're not late. Take care, Charlotte. Thanks for popping in. And as I said, there will be a part 2 to this. So I'm just going to do a couple of the feathers and hopefully then I'll get the rest done, you know, ready for the next stream. So this is the colours that I'll list everything that we've done. And then I'll follow the same colours on the feathers for Saturday. So I am back on Saturday at 4 PM UK time. Okay, so we're going to put some of that colour here as well. And I am going to just slightly blend that into brown. Let me find it. And where I've just gone with the chocolate, I'm just going to add brown on the edges and blend that down into that sort of red tone that we have. I'm just going to play with these feathers and colours. You can also do is, you know, all these lines, you can sort of go over them a little bit. Just don't be afraid of the colour. The feathers are there to like bring out. So that between chocolate and brown. So back to chocolate. And deepen that edge. So it's just a layering process, but you can see how much, and I'll show you against the others how much that brings out. So just bring all that lovely tone. See, I'll do a couple, otherwise it will take a while, and then we'll do the rest of this guy up the top. You see those lovely tones, and you need to leave whites in it, but if you look at the difference already when you're adding colours into it, like that one and that one are totally different. So you're adding all these beautiful tones of like what the tawny owl, the wings are all different colours. They're all these like browns, reds, whites, goldens going to the chest. How are you, Connie? How are you, honey? Connie, you. So it does start to work. And what you can start to do also is if you wanted to add a little bit more of a reddy tone, just go on back to your burnt sienna, which is it has got a lot of red in it, or cinnamon. Cinnamon's a good colour. Let's try cinnamon. Cinnamon is always a good colour. So if you wanted to add a touch of cinnamon in there, you can kind of like, let's build it up a little bit. But there is quite a lot of whites as well, so you don't want to take out all the white because yeah, that's the whole point, is that you have all these colours present and it goes across a little bit, like, you know. There we go. So you just add them along, and then if you want to blend that out, I'm just going to pick up brown, just blend out the edges, and they will take a little bit of work, And remember, if you want to bring in those whites, the soft white in the Holbein is absolutely amazing. And I say that not lightly. Okay, so we're going to get Sepia. If I can find that. Bear with me. Hey, Taddy, how are you, honey? I've not seen you on here in so long. I hope you're safe and well. I hope you are really good. It's so good to see you. Okay. Just trying to find that sepia, which I can't find, so I'm going to put it in the camera. Okay, hopefully you'll be able to see that. There you go, Sepia OP182. Okay. There we go. Okay, and then what I'm going to do in that, so we're still on this feather, is I'm going to bring in, whoops, that was me, because I've got so much of a sharp point, as usual. So I'm not pressing hard. That's the key. Don't press too hard because you'll just get the snap like I did. It always happens. And also I'm going to bring some on the edge here. So, you know, on this little edge. And again, I'm just going to apply that in. And blend it into that colour. And leave like a little bit of a, where it goes through. So like a, yeah, that's more like a feather, isn't it? So, you know, on the owls, they usually have this like stripe of it. And then again, I just want to show you something. If you do have the Holbeins, and you have the soft white, it is incredible. Yeah, this picture's from the new one. Yeah. Okay, so hopefully that'll focus for you. Focus. Right, okay. So this is the white. And then we have the soft white. So I'm just going to show you the difference. I bought a few more. So this is, they look the same, but they've got a different end. So the soft white is the one without the top and the white is the normal one. So soft white is here and it's 501 and the white is 500. The soft white is amazing. It is crumbly at times. You can buy them now on Jackson's, and they are in singles and they're also in sets. You can also buy the pastel set. Right, I'm just going to mute you for a second so you don't have to listen to that of the crank sharp. Okay, so this can either be a disaster or it might go well, but I've sharpened this pretty sharp, and what happens sometimes with the Holbein soft white is because it is so soft it will break, which is why I'm not going to go harsh. So what I'm going to do on this to start with is where I have my white, I'm very lightly applying just a bit more pigment of white because otherwise it will completely dull it down. Can you see how amazing this white is? Honestly, it's just like magic. So it just reapplies a white streak in there for you. Can you see? Oh, I just love this white. Honestly, if there's one white in the world, it would be this one. Although it is very soft, so just be very cautious. So it is like magic. Seriously like magic. I don't know how it's made, but whatever they do, it's like a secret recipe. Can you see how amazing that is? It's just magic. Okay, so I'm just applying the white in, just, you know, just to make sure that we've got the white in there. Just love the way that feather's come out. Stop it, Sam. Sorry. But I'm not on the Holbein white. I'm not saying go out buy the whole set. I'm saying go buy the white. The thing is with this, you don't have to press down too hard. Look, it's just like, ta-da, magic. It is complete magic. I love it so much. Okay, so can you see the magic just before your eyes? Okay, so on that, I really like those colours that we've done, and we're going to I'll do another one and repeat it. So we'll do this one down here, yeah? And that's the good thing as well, and then we'll come up to the top to the owl. So we'll come down here and I'll get out those colours that we need. It was, and I ordered myself 3 for free. It is Connie, isn't it? I love it. I just love that it's brought to life, you know, just so quickly. Just with a few pencils, it can do the job. Okay, so we'll have the soft white out. And let's get the pencils that we need out as well. Just make life easy. Okay, so it's this bunch. There we go. And our warm grey just leaves it there for us. It kind of gives it a coating, like a little coat, so that it's ready for our white. It just gives it that little push. It is the soft white, honestly, isn't it? Okay, let's come down here. I've got my cards out, which makes life a little bit easier for us. Okay, so we were using a cinnamon, a burnt umber, coca. We don't need the light red. The brick, maybe brown. We use brown. And then sienna. Let's get what we need out, and the tan, and the soft whites after. Righty, let's start off then at the bottom, and let's start with brown, which is this one. Yes, of course it's this one. And we're going to go for an area here, just bring in some colour. Are you all enjoying this? I hope you are. Oh, Connie, hold on, honey. Let me show you. It's this one. So that's the cover, and it's in the description. I've put the PDF in the description. So this is the one. Take care, April. Thanks for popping in, and I hope you feel a little bit better. So this is Fairytopia, and it's by Mystic Art Mirrors, Christine Glorious Ink. Okay, so as I said, we're going to come down here. We're kind of basing it off these beautiful wings. So just sort of like the colours that is in these beautiful wings of this owl we're going for. It's like whites, we've got the sort of reddy tones, brown tones, dark chocolatey tones, those types of tones, and we're kind of going for that look on these feathers here. Hey Amberly! So lovely, gorgeous feathers like that. We're kind of replicating a little bit, but just in my own way. Yeah, it's for the Woodland Wonders, Amberly. For the Woodland Wonders this weekend, hosted by Vicky, and then we're all joining her on this Woodlands ride. Hold on, just make sure we've got some focus. There we go. So if you were unaware of what the Woodland Wonders is, I will play it after I've done this feather again to show you. So we're going to go for some brown, and we're going to bring in some on this part of the feather. So I've already done the background, and although the colours are very similar to the owl, that's the whole point. And then she's going to have a lot of greens with golds in her, and then I want to do like greens. I've put sort of a makeshift bra on her so that she won't be naked, although it wouldn't have been bad. I just personally want a bra on her, and that'll be like a moss colour, but she can be either way, and I was okay with that either way. I just personally really want her to have a little bit of clothing on. So we'll go for something that's, you know, it kind of all links in, doesn't it? Okay, so what one can we have next? We'll go for Coca. Coca is a bit red toned. It's like the brown, but just got slightly more of a red tone. And again, I'm going to come across, but as I come up, I'm going to fade like out a little bit, and I'm going to do the same on this little section, like it does with the owl. Let's bring that here, and then the bottom's going to be chocolate. Kind of follow that along. Thank you, hon. Okay. Yeah, I really had like browns in mind. I was thinking, let's go for the browns. Let's go for like a woodland wood feel. And owls, they're just so majestic that they kind of, this just cried out to be lots of browns with green and gold accents to me. So yeah, I really fancied doing it. Let's go for some chocolate, and then we'll enhance it as we go along. So the bottom's going to have a chocolate dark feel. So let's just build it up. And again, you don't have to go really harsh with these because you've already put pastels if you're doing it this way. Or if you're not, even with the HOLBEINS and you wanted to do it fully with pencils and not have the pastel underneath, you can use Copics, you can use any alcohol markers for a base. You can kind of do this however you want to. But the HOLBEINS will layer, but you got to not press down too hard on them. I have not used the Fairytopia Robin. They don't sell them in the UK, honey. I really wanted them at the time, but I got the Sergeant Arts instead, and I believe they're very similar, if not the same. If anyone's got the Fairytopia and the Sergeant Arts, would that be your opinion? Are they similar? Are they the same? Would you say they're any different? Because the colours look the same and the barrels look the same. I was just wondering if the Fairytopia and the Sergeant Arts are the same. I love the Sergeant Arts, by the way. So if they're anything like them, Fairytopia would be fab. Okay. So let's go for a little bit more of a, sorry, I need to just have my hand there. A little bit more of a placement on this part. Again, we'll just lightly layer. And I want to bring up some of that dark. You just keep going. That's a good thing, you can just go again if you go lightly enough. And the same coming down. Yeah, okay, that's fine. See, then if you can't get the Fairytopia, anyone, I would say to get the Sergeant Arts then, if that's the case. They look the same, they seem the same based on the colour charts that I've looked at. So I would say maybe, then we're not missing out on anything. If we can't get them, that's absolutely fine. That's the thing, I don't feel like I have to have every single set. Of course it's lovely, it's just like if you collect something, you know, you want stuff just because you love them. Not because you have to have them, that's never the case. It's just because you just genuinely want it. But if they're similar, then we're okay, aren't we? We really cannot get them in the UK at all. You know, not even to get to ship from Amazon US. It's just, it doesn't happen, just can't happen. And then you can't find a seller for them, and he just like gave up, and that's why I bought the Sergeant Arts in the end. Okay, I really, really like that cinnamon. And can you see with placement of where I'm going to have the whites? So we'll keep that. So I'm just going to put a little bit more in there. The feathers will look pretty cool when they're done. Okay, and I need some sepia. I will find actually that one. Yeah, I think Lavella's colouring, I love her. She's got both, and I'm pretty sure when I looked at her charts, they were very similar. So I didn't feel like I was missing out on anything. I love Lavella. She's got such a very calming, relaxing voice to me, which is total opposite to me. I'm not relaxing. I might be chatty, but she's very relaxing. She's got an incredibly relaxing tone. I need to find this sepia. Where have you gone? You were around, Mr. Sepia. I'm sure you were. It's hiding from me. Come on. I don't want ivory. Oh, I can't be doing that. Oh, you're all so sweet. Okay, I've got Sepia OP182. Oops, oops, oops. I'm just like hitting you. Come on. There we go. Okay, so that one's going to go into this area. Oh, she's got an incredibly relaxing voice, hasn't she? There's so many channels that I absolutely adore watching. I'm really terrible with commenting, but I do watch them. And especially at the minute, if you're watching something and you just want it on in the background whilst you know, you either colouring or diamond painting or whatever you might be doing, those are the sort of channels that you kind of head towards and hope that they're, oh, have they done something new? Oh, Lozzie, take care, honey. I hope you feel better. Thank you for coming as always. You always brighten up our day. So you absolutely rest, take care, and we will see you hopefully on all the streams over the weekend. So lots of love, hun. And as I said, rest, rest, rest. I hope that temperature goes. Okay, so we're just doing some of that in there. And then again, I'm just going to bring some of that beautiful colour up. Can you see how deep the tones are? I love it. So it just needs a little bit of burnt sienna into some of these areas. And then we're going to put some of the white. Donna, hey! And I love all my pencils. Oh, that's okay, Lozzie. If if you do, that won't be a bad thing. You sleep that headache off, and because with temperatures comes horrible heads. Burnt sienna. I wouldn't say that I love them over others. I'd say that I'm equally like them. I haven't got used to them still even now, but I do love the colours and I do love the layer ability of them. And I love the fact that now you can buy singles, but I would say that the soft white is one of my favourite pencils ever. So I think they've got potential to be a top favourite. Does that make sense? So I think that given more practice with them, because don't forget, I've had polys and prismas in my life for 5 years. So it's a bit different. But I think they are firm top in my top 5. They're in my top 5. But again, I love mixing them. But I'm using them today instead of mixing them. Okay, really love that. Okay, soft white. Oh, I love this bit. Watch the magic. So we're going to go for the areas that we want white. And again, I'm not going harsh. I'm barely touching the paper. Can you see? It just, isn't it amazing? Don't you find that amazing? I'm like in awe. Isn't that amazing? Oh, seriously. Look, I'm just like, I'm sitting here watching it like I would be watching someone on the screen right now, thinking, the white is just the best. Just, it goes over colour. How many other whites does that? Goes over other colours. Robin, not as much at the moment. They're my hardest to get used to, but I love the colours. Again, they worked so well when I used them on a picture not long ago, and I used lots and lots of the Light Fast, but they didn't like Anastasia books, so it's finding the right paper for them, I think. But yeah, it's just a thing of practice, I think, with most things. I just love it so much. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of white there to highlight. And we're just going to go one along. Oh, stop with the non-focusing. And again, can you see how much detail? Focus, focus. Okay. Can you see how much detail adds to a picture? Let me get the focus right. There we go. It adds so much. So if we do that on every single feather with those colours, don't forget her wings are here, which is a good thing. They're not on that side. So all of that is to do with the owl. Now, the top of it is going to be a little bit different, obviously, because it's not all the feathers. So that will all look really cool. And what you can also do, if you really wanted to, and add a highlight, you can take out some of those black lines and add a highlight in there. We can do that towards the end if we feel like it, but you literally just go very lightly over some of those harsh black lines and take them out. And it will add more highlight to your beautiful feathers. But I really like that combination. And what I love is that when we come back to her, we've got all of her like skin, her wings, her horns at the top. So, you know, we've got the horns up there. So we've got all of that to do on the next string. What I will do for a second is just add a bit of layering to this beautiful boy at the top. And the face has lots of elements of like the red tones. So we're going to come to cinnamon first. Thank you, honeys. Thank you so much. Okay, so we'll go for some cinnamon. And I'm just going to follow a little bit. There you go. Follow a little bit of what I'm looking at. So just, I'm very lightly placing. This is like a roadmap for a minute. So I'm just placing where I want my colour in the lightest proportion. So just putting there. It comes down the side of his face there. And then, hold on. So we've got a lot of white. So I'm going to just get my grey. I'm just going to get my warm grey for a second and just plan that. He's got a lot of white around the face here. So let's just place that. So you won't see that one as much, but we're just going to make sure that we've got the white where we need it to. And our grey plans that for us. And there's also some like bits in the eyes, bits here, bits here, bits here. And then we've got to go to a light tanned colour. And then again, we're just going to bring some of that in. Right, there is a little section here that will have some white, so we'll leave, and then we've got a bit there, and again like there, and a bit there. So it's going to be very sketchy on how many colours there are. I don't think anyone's upset, honey. You ordered! Kirsty! Yay! Go you! So Kirsty is our first victim to the stream. You did it. Oh, sorry. You did it. I know. We've got on the enabling train. Who else is hopping on? Who else is doing it? Come on. You know you want to. No, only. Only if you can. Okay, so I'm just putting in, as I said, I'm just placing it in. And Connie bought the book. Dun dun dun. These streams should honestly have a warning sign, shouldn't they? But yay, well done for you guys. You know, it's all about the enjoyment. I'm glad that you'll enjoy it. That's the main thing. Okay, what colour are their beaks? I don't even know. Is that a grey? Yeah, grey into a yellow. It's got a yellow sort of tint at the bottom. So we have like that, and then it goes into a grey. Okay, now we can start to deepen up. Okay, so now we go to brown. Helly, you haven't got the train. We need a train sound. We need a train. I should do a sound effect. Okay, so let's go to brown. And again, we're going to start to place in a little bit deeper. And that's the thing, just at a time, just put your bits in that you need. And then don't forget, we got our magic white. So all the white areas can be placed in after, even if you've not put enough prior to. So I'm just putting enough like pigment down that, you know, we make a bit of a difference. Oh, so sorry. Make a bit of a difference. I did it again. This is right beside my glasses. So the side is a little bit darker. Okay. And then again, we get our burnt sienna. Let's put in a little bit deeper. Just going to play around until you're happy. And because the good thing as well, you can always deepen up. See, all that will be white, although it might have a grey tint. Again, let's put some burnt umber. Jackson's Art Supplies. Jackson's Art Supplies, they sell the singles. If you type in Jackson's Art or Jackson's Art Supplies, it will come up on Google, or you can type in like Jackson's Art Supplies Holbeins, it will come up. Okay, so I'm just placing some more in. It's the same on the underneath. Okay, so just going to build it up a little bit, but a little bit. Hey, Bianca. Back to tan. And again, you're just going to add a little touch of that around the eye. Just keep adding. Oops. Can you see also, as I said, if you go by those two bottom feathers that are done, it will all really add and leak in together. So, oops, sorry. And I'm just lightly going to blend that into the reds. Just keep going until you've got your, you know, the colour that you're looking for. Coke is a good colour. Just again, just apply enough in and just keep layering until you're ready. Hiya everyone coming on in. I hope you're doing well. Can't believe we're at 6 o'clock already. Time flies. I honestly thought, you know, days were gonna drag, but they're not. Are you finding that? They're really not. Because your routine's all different, isn't it? Okay, let's go to our grey. Your routine's all different to how it used to be, whether or not like the partners are home or, you know, work stopped, etc, etc. But it's actually going really quick. I was so surprised. You have the odd day that's a little bit, you know, slow side and you think, oh my gosh, but it's not that bad. It's pretty quick. Okay, I'm going over all of that. I might take out that black on the beak with a posca. Take care, Robin. Thank you for coming. Yeah, already. It's crazy how quick it goes, isn't it? That's what I say. It's the days merge. And I know, you know, everyone is in that same position, but they really do. And you think, oh my goodness, you know, how are we another week? How has that happened? How are we all, you know, a week later already? I remember when this all started and it seems like yesterday, yet with a month we've been locked down. Well, over that. And it goes pretty quick, doesn't it? Okay, I need to deepen some of that and then blend it out. What was I doing at your time? Ooh, what's back in stock? I just got an email from Diamond Dark Club. Oh, one of the Mandy Manzananos. I can't never say her name is back in stock. Oh, I was looking at that this morning. I was like, oh, all these beautiful paintings. And to be honest, at this moment in time, that's really what's keeping like me sort of occupied is diamond painting at the moment, and it's just the ticket. I think every point in your life you've got something that's helping, and that seems to be the sort of thing at the moment that's sort of really helping me, is not thinking and doing diamond paintings. Okay, so let's deepen up them. And then let's put another little bit there. Okay, I really like that. Now, I'm going to go for my soft white. I'm terrible. I can't pronounce names. And I don't mean that in the rude way, because I hate it that I can't. But there are so many times that I butcher names and I just think, oh my God, I'm so sorry. I hope that person's not, you know, offended. But it's just who I am. I just am terrible. It's funny because sometimes you get, you know, people calling you up, whether it's a company or someone like abroad, and then they always say, hi, can I speak to Miss Wilkes? And I'm like, huh? Can I speak to Miss Wilkes? And I'm like, it's Wilkes. Wilkes. And I'm like, no, Wilkes. But I don't get offended. I just understand that it's just certain names you can't pronounce, and that's totally fine. But yeah, I get that quite often. Can I speak to Miss Wilkes? Who's Miss Wilkes? It's fine. Oh, no, yes, it's me. I'm Miss Wilkes. My name gets mispronounced a lot. Okay, so we're just going to put in some white. Can you see how amazing this white is? It's amazing. Okay. I just love it so much. Santa Claus. Yeah, I think a lot of us, if we've got a name that's hard to either read or pronounce, we get a lot of mispronunciations. Okay, I really, really like that face. Heading to the body. Oh my gosh, if I hit that one more time with my head. Okay, coming to the body, there's lots of placement of like these bits. So I'm just going to have to turn. And I think we're going to go for some cinnamon or cocoa. We'll go for cocoa. Cocoa. Before we, there we go. Okay. And in the body of an owl, they have like little bits that you got like that. So just very, very lightly, let me bring her down. Very lightly, I'm just going to place sort of like bits like it would if it was in the feathers, and it's the same with these are going to be like our cocoa sections as well, and we can always deepen these up. See, it's going to be quite take care, Christiane. Thanks for coming as always. It's an absolute pleasure when any of you spend the day or a few hours of your time with me. I truly appreciate it. Okay, so just again, I'm placing in little areas of cocoa. Okay. And then again up here. I'm really loving this so far. Like, not loving the result as such, but I'm loving doing it. I'm enjoying the process. That's what I'm loving. So just like adding those little sections. Okay. There we go. I haven't done one of hers in the longest time, and this picture called to me as soon as Vicky said about the Woodland thing, and I got this book was in, and I just thought, oh my goodness, yes, that one. I was originally going to do a Tim Jeffs, but then this came out and it blew it out the window. Although I can always do another Tim Jeffs, but just not an owl. I was going to do a Tim Jeffs owl, but I might do another reptile with the Kuretake brush pens. So that, or we could do something else even, or even like a crocodile, or just do something. Just fancy doing another one of Tim Jeffs soon. Okay, so just little tiny bits like that. So what I'm going to do for a second is just go take my pills. If you don't mind, I just need to go take my pills. So just bear with me. I'll be back and we'll do the body of this little guy. So whilst I am away, I'm going to take you to, for those of you that are here, I'm going to put the Woodland Wonders Streamathon details in your screens, and then I will be back. So just bear with me and give me 2 minutes. Just got to go and take my medication. back. Hiya. Sorry. I really needed to go and get them. I could feel myself building. So I was like, no. Sometimes needs must. Okay. I was on coca. Yeah, Connie, sorry, I was just taking my medication, hun. Okay. Okay, right. So all I'm doing is lightly placing this bit. I'm not doing too much because we've still got to blend it out. And, you know, we've still got to do a lot of work with the colours. So, oh. Yeah, I worked out how to do that about half an hour before the stream, and because I wanted to add the Woodland Wonder thing in, and I thought, how do I fill the screen without me being in it? And then I worked it out, and then I thought, oh my gosh, I should have just watched the video. It would have took me a lot quicker, but I didn't. I've pretty much worked this entire thing out on my own and kind of like winged it, and it's worked so far. As well as the microphone. I was like, there's an advanced section. I did not know that. So when I found that the advanced audio settings were on there, I was like, I need to check this out. Yeah, I added the music so it just wasn't a blank screen that wasn't doing anything for you. Although it can get annoying, so you can just mute it. But, you know, it's better than just nothing. But I love OBS now. I'm like, what? You could do all these things. When did this become like life, eh? I remember having a phone that you could only have 100 characters on a little thin green screen. In the first Nokia days in the 90s, who would have thought that we seriously would be in an era of what we've got now? It's crazy, and kids are born into it now. They know no different. I'm like, oh my gosh, you'll never ever. Yeah, I will do, Vicky. Kids will never understand having none of this. But our childhoods were just as fun. We did more. That was a fact. We did more outdoors than kids do now because it's all indoors. We're catered for indoors. That's why this lockdown is not that hard. Yeah, Emily, I still so much more, hun. I mean, you're the OBS queen. There is no denying it. You got the crown. I don't know much of it, but I am really getting to grips with the little bits that I know now. The tiny bits that I know. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm loving this. This is just like, I feel like I'm like on some sort of technical learning curve, even though I'm not. I'm like, ow, I should know these things by now. Kids would know this stuff by now, you know? It takes me a bit longer. But yeah, I'm enjoying it. Like, I'm enjoying the fact that you can put little bits in the screens on your live streams. I'm like, I don't think I'd ever want to go back now. But all the new creator studios, everyone has to use a streaming platform, don't they? Because it looks like we got a complete new studio. Oh, Kenny, yum yum. I wish I had one. I should have done one whilst I was there. I just got my juice. You can probably guess what I got. I got Ribena. But yeah, it is so technical now. We live in such a technical world. And I am not one of those people that's like up in the get-goes of it all. I'm not behind, but I'm not totally nowhere near what some people are. Some people just get it. And I'm like, how do you do that? But then again, like my jobs that I've done, although I did some technical stuff when I used to do all the records, it wasn't to the extent of like IT people. So I only use base because mine, I was hands-on. I was a hands-on carer and support worker for, you know, however many years. And I was more physical, like out there, never sat down. So I wasn't really sitting at computers and I never learnt all the stuff. So I was left a little bit behind. But that's totally okay, you know. It's our it's just, oh, it's so much to learn. Okay. Take care, Shell. Thanks for coming. Yes. Oh my gosh, he bought an e-reader. That is so amazing. Oh. Oh, bless him. Yeah, I love my books. I love reading so much. I actually did sort out all my physical books, and I've put them in order of on my shelf of what needs to be read first, and then books that I've read are in a different pile, and then like the order of how I would like it all. So I did all that, and okay, I need to sharpen this. And I've had a good sort out recently of everything, and it's all tidy and it all looks really neat, so I want to try and keep it that way. Okay, so all I'm doing on these is, you know, these tiny little feathers, I'm kind of just going around them with a chocolate. Oh, chocolate, that sounds good, doesn't it? I haven't had any. Like, I have to have sugar-free anyway, but I haven't had any sugar. Oh, I might go and get... It's not an essential though, is it? Is it an essential? Do you think it'd be cheeky to just run down to the shop and get the sugar-free biscuits down the road? I've been debating with myself to do that. And I'm like, Sam, it's not an essential trip. Can I get away with it? But you know, when you just, as a woman, you just need chocolate. Is there any ladies here that does not ever have that craving, and are you human? Because seriously, I don't know many people that does not crave chocolate at some point or some sort of sweetness. I really want to make a sugar-free strawberry cheesecake. Oh, Connie, I would love to. That would be, I love things like that. Did you see my system that I did, Connie? I'll have to take you on a phone trip, a live, quick phone trip of my storage. Do you think it's an essential, Shannon? I've really not gone out to get it because I'm like, is it essential? Is it really to go down the shop and just get chocolate, something chocolatey? I don't know. Oh my gosh, Emily. Oh, I just can't deal with it at the moment. I'm like, I just need something. Yeah, I think we all get that. But yeah, I'll have to take you on one of my phone trips and do it on the live stream on the phone, and show you the books and how they're stored. You've seen them all, and then the carts. Although that causes such a big backlash, and that's why I've not done it. I get all the time, you got too much, you know. That's the reason I don't like doing the supply one. I don't mind doing the book one, but the supply ones is you got too much. Oh my gosh, you need to give some away. Oh my gosh, I'm going to report you, blah, blah, blah. I get all of that, you know, and I leave the comments up. You can go to my cart video and have a look. I had another one say, you know, I can't even afford one set of pencils and you're rubbing it in my face. And I know like 90% of people like it, but then you get the other 10%. And part of me thinks, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that video. But then I see studio tours all the time and I enjoy them. And I just think, oh, I don't know. I'm so conflicted. But it will be a live stream, you know, where I just show you very quickly. It'll only be like, I don't know, 20-minute live stream. But I thought about it, you know, it's such a good sort of escape. But I do get a lot of stick for that, I must admit. It's the only thing that I do. And I'm not moaning, I'm not complaining. I know it happens to every YouTuber. I've got good backbone now. Trust me. I've got a really good backbone. But it is the one thing I get a lot of stick for is supplies, unfortunately. And that's why I've not done it. Because I get asked a lot, can you show me your supplies? Show me how you store? And I'm like, it's all well and good, but I can't. Is it worth all of that backlash? I don't know. Okay. That's the one thing though. I do like watching myself. I know, but it's the one, I've got a good backbone now, you know now. I used to be such a soft touch, but I think now I've got a good sort of grip on, you know, good and bad and reality of YouTube, etc. I've got a good grip on it, and I'm pretty like, I'm pretty well equipped for it now. But yeah, it's just like one of those that I'm like, oh, I don't know. But they're fun. I love watching them. Okay, so we're going to have a lot of white bits in there. What colour next? I want some red. So we're going to have some mahogany, I think. Oh no, brick. Brick's a good colour. I don't know if brick is, no, brick is not sharpened. Oh my gosh, Becky, I love that. It's the right, Connie, I think YouTubers, it's the downside, and I talk about that all the time. You gotta be honestly not worried about comments and negativity, because you do get it on YouTube, and people don't always see that side, because we're just like, okay, it happens, and we're aware of it, and I'm not ranting, I'm not moaning, it's just I'm telling about the reality of having a channel. So if you are starting a channel up, just be prepared for that. You do have it. You just get people who take, you're not everyone's cup of tea. Put it that way. You're not everyone's cup of tea, and that's totally okay. There's people that's not your cup of tea. But some people will take that further, just saying. And you will have some that will decide that they are on a hate campaign and they're going to make your life hell. You get it. And I had that back when. And I didn't pay any attention to it, and it stops. And it does stop. But you do get some videos which cause more of an uproar than others, i.e. supplies. So they will watch it. They will watch it. They will watch it once, twice, 3 times over. They will write things down at the points in the video that pees them off, and then they will tell you how much that peed them off. And it doesn't stop there. Then you get, you're a bad person, this person said, oh, you should have saw some of them. Take care, Vicky. I had someone say that I'd apparently dissed them. I've done something to them. I'm like, I don't even know who you are. This person just took a big dislike to me, and she started to, I don't even know who she was, and it got stupid, and I'd never heard of this person. Then I had another person say to me that I need to donate everything because it's just disgusting. I've had so much on it, and I just, in the end, I'm like, can't be bothered. So just warning, if you are starting to, oh no, it's fine, Bianca, they're entitled to their opinion. It doesn't get to me, I promise you. It used to, it doesn't anymore. I couldn't care less. You just get to a point of knowing which videos are a trigger, and for some bizarre reason, not the books, the supplies are the trigger. They cause so much of a divide. It's insane. And I just can never understand it. But then I look at other people who've got studios and I think, but I haven't got a studio. Mine's very confined. So it might look more because I've not got it spread out, kind of thing, you know? And that's the only reason what's held me back, because I've been asked several times, can you do this? Can you do that? And I'm like, I can do a lot of things, like, if you ask, but there's also stuff that I'm a bit, I tread carefully on doing, and that is a supply one. Not that I have millions, not at all. It's just that, you know, some people do find it annoying to watch, and that's totally okay. But like you say, they've got the option to move on, but they don't, sadly. But that's just, it's not a rant, it's just telling you how it is. Hiya, Anne. Hiya, Shania. Ah, that's nice to see you too. I'm glad that you don't have, or I know you're not working, I'm glad you have more time. It's hard, isn't it? Yeah, I know, Connie, see? And I think that's why we tread carefully. So if you don't see many of the YouTubers doing so much of a supply tour, that's why. That is why. That is going to be the reasons to why. It's because of the backlash, nothing else. Okay, so I'm just adding in a bit of tan, and then we're going to get our white stripes in, but we've got to deepen this up. It's just one of those things. And as I say to everyone, if you are going to start a YouTube channel, don't be put off, but you will get negative as well. And the negative isn't personal. It isn't personal. It's just, you're going to get it. It happens. It really does. But you have to have it took a while to get there, but you have to have a point where you say, I cannot and will not worry about it anymore. Oh, I'm okay. I'm fine. Honestly, Shania, I'm good. I'm good. I don't get it as much as I used to, funnily enough, because I stopped responding. I stopped allowing it to be something. But it's just random stuff. And I say this all the time to people. You know, I get quite a lot of inquiries about people wanting to set up their own channels. And I'm like, it is an amazing thing to do. However, just be prepared that there's downsides as well as upsides, and you have to have a backbone, because if you allow bullies, or if you allow trolls, or if you allow just people who comment, I'm not going to call them trolls, if you allow people who comment nasty stuff or inappropriate stuff or stuff that upsets you to get to you, just be prepared that it's going to happen. It's going to happen. It's not all positive. Don't forget, a platform is going to have good and bad. Whether or not that bad part it's justifiable, or whether or not it's just someone's opinion. And that's another thing. Not everyone is a troll. People like to label people as trolls and bullies, and it's just rubbish. They're not. They've just said something that you may not have agreed with. That's fine. I'm not referring to that. I'm referring to the damn right. You're name calling, insulting, that kind of thing. You will get it. Unfortunately, people don't always like you, and that is fine. But it does happen, and that is what stopped me from the supplies stuff. Okay, I'm just going to pull back a second so you can see. All right, just how we're going to go. We've still got to do that. So remember, we've done these two here with the colours, how it's going to look, and this is starting to come to life at the top. None of the other feathers are done. I will do that in my free time. Hey, yeah, Loretta. But we're just going to finish up the top part and start to deepen up. So I'm also going to get back to Coca, and it's just a matter of layering up a few times with this little guy. No, you wouldn't. You just got to be yourself, I think. You just got to be yourself. Everyone's got reasons to why they want to set a channel up, you know. It might be that they just really fancied it, or there might be you really just want to reach out. You might want to do it for the social aspect. You might want to do it for the love of the hobby. You might want to do it because you have things to teach, or you're a little bit more like, oh, you know what, I believe that this is an avenue that I'd love to do. It shouldn't stop you from doing it. 95% of it is absolutely amazing. Oh, Pamela, I know you're my lurker. I love it. I've got a few bits I'm saving up just to do like a little, but I haven't actually got that much because we are in Corona, and Corona has put a big dampener on what you can spend, and you know, so it might be a quarterly one. Corona wasn't supposed to happen. Oh dear, you gotta laugh, because if you don't, it's not a good thing. Rochelle. I love my haul videos. I watch them all the time. Oh my gosh, when people show their haul videos, I literally grab a cup of tea. I buckle down for the whatever length of time, half an hour usually. They're roughly about that, aren't they? And I love them. And I then go on Amazon, have a look at the things, put them in my wish list, put them in my baskets. Even like diamond painting ones I'm obsessed with at the moment. And I was watching, funnily enough, Melody recommended Rachel Ray on diamond painting. And I didn't know I was already subscribed. This is just ridiculous. So I was looking at Rachel Ray's. Oh my God, I should not have done that. That was terrible. I shouldn't have looked. So now I have more diamond paintings in my saved for wishlist laters on Diamond Art Club. And no, shouldn't have done that. But then again, I get so much enjoyment from it. It doesn't mean you have to get it now. It means you can save it for later. And that's what I tell myself. I don't need it now, but I might get it later. I'll show you what I'm working on as well. I'll get it on the table just before I go. But yeah, are you diamond painting anyone? Does anyone do that? What are you working on at the moment? Are you working on something else entirely? Oh, I'll have a look, Bianca. I love my channels. Do you know, YouTube now, more than ever, I think, you know, partners being home, you both need your own hobbies. And, you know, you come together, you have your dinner, you do etc. in the evenings. But like now, you know, I'm doing this with you guys, and I think he was in the piano room, but I think he's in the bedroom now with Chip. And it's good to have that time also to do your own thing. And that's when I usually watch YouTube and catch up with videos and, you know, or read. I love to read. So I read as well a lot. And I don't always update my Goodreads, but I, you know, generally do. And I think it's really nice too. But I'll show you what I'm working on. I'm nearly done. And it was the one that Kimberly sent, bless her. I hope Kimberly is okay. Kimberly is, I think her name's still Ty on here. But bless her, she sent it and said to me, that was when I wasn't a diamond painter at all. And she said to me, you will love it. Just try it. So what I was thinking, and I hope with the permission of Ty, Kimberly, the one that I'm doing is a Disney princess. And what I was thinking is that to get it framed when it's done, and it will look amazing in a hospice of children. So sick kids, hospice, end of life. You need things around their rooms, their wards that make them smile. And if I get it done with a perspex frame, I think it would look lovely, and I will contact one of the children's hospices for sick kids and see if it's something that the kids would love. And I really, really want to do that. So that is where this one, hopefully with Kimberly's permission, obviously, will go. Yes, I love the Mandy Manzano ones. They are amazing. So bad. Oh my gosh. Well, if you haven't checked out Rachel Ray, go check out Rachel Ray. She shows you also lots of, in the US, lots of recommended, legally licensed diamond painting shops. Okay, we're going to go for the warm grey, and I'm just going to apply this in just to blend it a little bit before we put the whites. This is going to be our white areas. Yeah, I thought so as well. I think one of the things I really, really get joy out of is when I know that something has gone to either a home that really liked it, or like with the hospice, I think it'll be such a nice thing for kids to look at in their times of being ill. So I thought with that, it would just, you know, it's Disney. What kids don't like Disney? I think majority do. So I think I will definitely like that idea, but I do want to contact Kimberly first. Thank you so much, and see how she feels about that. If she would be okay with that, I'm pretty sure she would. But I just thought, why have it sitting in a cupboard? You know, when it could go to use and kids might like it. It might bring them a smile, especially seeing all the Disney princesses taking a selfie. It's quite relevant to these days, isn't it? And I thought it'd be really nice. So yeah, hopefully. I thought that'd be a really lovely idea. But the Mandy ones will be at home. I love them. I hope you're still okay to be here. I know Connie, are you on in 10 minutes, hon? Because I'm nearly done. Okay, so I'm just applying in some tan. We'll deepen that up a little bit and put the soft white. Okay, burnt umber. Connie, CB Connie, not Connie you. I know we get confused. CB, you on in 10 minutes, honey? Disney's amazing. I'm a massive Disney fan. I've enjoyed every minute of it, but it's just taken me so long because, you know, other hobbies get in the way and you end up, I don't know how people juggle them. No, Connie, I'm going to stop in a minute. We'll just do the soft white and then we're going to head on over to Connie's. I will have to lurk for a bit because of dinner. It's always that time. I know Connie's the same with me, but we're going to head on over to CB. If someone wants to either click on her channel or post her channel link, that would be amazing. Okay, I have not got the card for this one. Can't find it. It is Sepia OP182. Needs to read. There we go. And I'm just going to make sure that that is deep in there. And I'm going to bring up some of these lines. And then add the white. And then we've got our lovely Connie on. Connie, what are we doing today? And then I will be back on Saturday for the Woodlands stream-a-thon, which is hosted by Vicky, Colouring with Vicky. And she's got a bunch of people. And I think it starts off with Honour your crafts. So that'll be nice to see Honour because we haven't seen her in a long time because she's not been well. But hopefully this will ease her back into some streams. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. Okay. Right, let's get our white. Thank you so much. Woo! You're doing pans as well. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Hey, that's back in stock as well. Oh my gosh, Diamond Art Club need to stop. This one, has anyone seen that one? That's back in stock. If anyone was, it says there, great news once upon a December. If you were waiting on that, that's back in stock. I have to wait. I'm just putting it all in my stuff. And that one, if anyone was waiting for that one as well. This is on Diamond Art Club, by the way. The Mandy Manzano ones, those two are back in stock, as is this one. Just in case anyone was like waiting on them. That one. They're amazing. I'm like, oh, doctor, just stop it. Why does things have to happen like this? Corona. If Corona wasn't around, it's like, oh my gosh, people. Stop eating bats. Okay. Let's add the white. Oh, I love this white so much. You're welcome, Kenny, in case anyone was waiting. Ah, you're so lovely. Yes, it's Anastasia. She is now officially a Disney princess. Can you believe? Ugh. I'm like, what? Why wasn't she one ages ago? Okay, I really like that. Yep, she's officially a Disney princess. Let's put some in there. And then let's put a little bit going along, like you know, like those white patches. It's the same with this. Okay, and then lovelies, I'm going to call it a stream, and thank you so much to Scott Cullen. I don't know if they're still here, but bless them, before I'd even started or near the computer, They put a £10 super chat, which on £9.99 super chat, which was so lovely. So thank you so much. I know, she's officially won now, Lozzie. Anastasia's officially down as a Disney princess. Lo and behold, that should have happened a long time ago. But yes, if anyone was waiting, because I know there's quite a lot of Diamond Art Club fans, you are in luck. Okay, this where we have got, so what I will do is finish off in the same fashion that we did those two. The rest of those feathers is quite a lot, and when we come back on Saturday, we will have the rest of this to finish. So we got a head start today, which was exactly what was needed. I think she's turning out okay. I'm really enjoying the process nevertheless, so that's the main thing. I'm hoping that you had a nice hangout with me today and needed just some time to chill and have some fun. So yeah, I'm going to leave it there for today. Thank you so much for everyone. You're always so amazing for joining me and spending a few hours, 3 hours exact, babbling on and having a good time and just chit-chatting, which is always so nice to see. But Connie is on in 2 minutes. Lots of love to every single one of you. Stay safe, stay well. I will see you Saturday, but I'll see you in the streams beforehand. Thank you so much. And yeah, enjoy your week, whatever you may be doing at home. That's okay. Thank you so much for joining. See you all soon. Take care. Lots of love. Bye bye.